You know what's interesting about that is like there's a lot of like obviously people study religion to the depths as far as you can go, right? But you
Right.
see a lot of these like religious photos or paintings rather, and
Yeah.
like indications of UFOs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
Going
and it's
down that
kind of like
rabbit
it's
hole.
silly, right? But then you start hearing
No,
how they
some of
did.
it's really weird.
Let's
And
see. It's like you see how they describe certain things, and
Yeah.
like and certain angels
The
or the
golden
way
chariots.
golden chariot exactly, and you're like, that's
Yeah.
that's, I'm not
Yeah.
saying
I,
one and one
I
was two, but
I do love that stuff. There's a great YouTube channel that I follow where this guy like has like compiled a ton of these major conspiracies
is
that
that the one you recommended to me,
yeah
the Armored Skeptic?
yeah that being one of them, and he's like made his own like grand world conspiracy, and it's super fun.
It is. It's very fun. The one that gets me is Constantine. So that's like this critical moment in history where Christianity goes from being like a religion of kind of revolutionaries almost fighting the power of Rome to Rome taking on Christianity and like interpolating it into the structure of the Roman government. And Constantine saw a sign, saw a cross in the sky. And that's when he knew it was like this divine sign that he needed to convert. And then that's how he like won and became emperor and turned Rome into a Christian state. In my history of Christianity course in college, there was a blind guy that was born blind in the class, and it was just really weird. I don't even know if this like has any meaning or I don't know, but it's interesting to me, and it's always going in my head. I think about it all the time. So he brought up the Constantine thing and seeing the cross in the sky. And this blind guy interrupts the class and just goes, you know, I don't trust vision and I don't trust what people see. And I've come to learn that people, they think that they have something that I don't have. And what I think you all have with vision is just a way to be manipulated. And like he was like, I think this thing with Constantine was like some kind of like laser show or something, like some kind of, and the teacher's just like, they didn't have like lasers. And he's like, some kind of like, well, smoke and mirrors or something, some kind of like magic trick. And they just argued for like 30 minutes straight. And there was something really interesting about a blind person, like having a real insight that's true,
Well,
but
could
also just totally like if you don't have vision, you just don't understand the parameters even of
yeah,
how.
very true. And then also you could say the same thing for hearing.
Yeah,
People hear what they want to hear.
for
Like if
sure.
you're in a crowded room
Yeah,
and many people around you are having conversations, you can pick out what conversation you want to listen to.
yeah, yeah,
remember we were talking about um the CIA method of what was it called?
yeah. The Alice in Wonderland
Alice in
technique.
Wonderland
Right,
technique.
yeah.
I've actually started to pay attention a little bit more. I do that a lot,
You do that.
and it's like on the phone at work. I'll say something that somebody doesn't understand. Like I'll say it away, and like in my eyes, it's like efficient, gets you all the information that you need,
Yeah.
and you don't
Right.
get it, and then they'll be like, "What?" And I'll be like, and I'll repeat myself, kind of like more general, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, bye." You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Whatever I say next is
Yeah.
like
You know-
immediately accepted. Usually, you know what I mean? They're like,
Yeah.
oh, "Okay, whatever, bye." You know what I mean?
It's funny. I think I had this conversation with my brother,
Oh,
or
wow.
was it with you? About no, it was with my brother about us doing that technique, because the way I talk to people is
Yeah.
when they when I pick up, they start jumping over top of you, and I just interrupt them, and
Right.
I say, okay, what was this, and then they go to talk. After they answer my question, they immediately go to talk, but I cut them off again,
Right.
and then
Right.
I make them answer a specific question again, and then I cut them off as soon as and by the time it's the third time, they're not even trying to do it anymore. They're just like listening for what I'm gonna say.
Right, right.
It's like some kind of weird manipulation technique that I'm.
Yeah, you just kind of learn these things naturally in life. Like especially at a job, you have to. You
Yeah.
know?
Otherwise, you're gonna get fucking walked over by all these people.
Yeah, everyone else will hate you because you're like stuck on calls for ages. You know. But yeah, it's interesting. You and I did talk about it, that it's like everything is like that. Like
Yeah.
music, has some like dissonance, and then it comes into like a hook or a chorus that's like this release.
That's true. Yeah, we talked about that.
We love that like roller
Yeah.
coaster.
Yeah.
You know,
Some of my favorite music has that really.
absolutely.
Like Pink Floyd has
Yeah.
like many of my my favorite songs from them, like Echoes and Dogs.
Oh,
They
for
both
sure.
have that weird breakdown where the music is kind of like soupy in the middle,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it slowly just comes back together.
Yeah.
It's like that weird. I don't know. Like
I
it's
like the
trancey.
idea of like people like that don't have certain, like you said, blind, deaf. Maybe you lose feeling in your left arm, whatever. It
Right.
like gives you a different perspective on things. You
Yeah, it
know what I
does.
mean? It almost gives you like they say, like when you're blind, all your other senses go up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like when you lose certain things, but you also gain a perspective that you never had.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about a lot of things. Is like
Yeah.
even negatively, like that's just an experience I can refer back to. Hopefully, like learn from. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And-
Yeah.
All the hardship in your life makes you, it can make you like whatever, like a black belt in murdering yourself with a fucking rickety stool and a
Yeah.
rope or something.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, true.
Or, other
like-
things.
I like the analogy. All your past life is kind of like just like a big, thing, like a file cabinet you can refer to for any sort of life event
Yeah.
that happens in
Yeah.
the future. You just be like, do I have anything to refer to about this? And you'd be like, yeah, actually, I have had something
Right.
kind of like that.
Right.
You ever meet those people that literally can't refer to their own like past shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a hard time really like.
You mean like where it's a block? Where
I don't even know if it's a block. Or they're just
They
not
just can't-
capable of learning from, or examining
I see what you
themselves
mean.
in the world and how they interact with people,
Like they have a hard time expressing themselves? Or?
No, no, no. Just like being a total fucking weirdo and not
They're
not seeing it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like they're not, like they're so detached from, like, you're like, how do you not see this?
Yeah,
Like,
you're antisocial in
Yeah.
a massive way that it's like a weird blind spot. Like you know how to talk, but everything else is just fucking wrong.
Yeah. For sure.
You can't. There's something about you that you can't even look at it.
Yeah.
Maybe it is a mental block.
I had a friend who it's different. I guess what I meant with like mental block. He would like ask about my childhood because I'd just say stuff that's like, dude, what the fuck? That's a weird childhood. And then I would ask him like reflexively, like, so where'd you grow up? What? And he's like, I don't remember a single thing from before the age of like 10. And I was like, really? And I was probing, and then the first thing that he's like, what I do remember is being a Boy Scout and going into a room with like and he like showed, the leader like showed him like adult videos, and then he just got like real this like
Yeah.
dark
That's-
countenance.
Don't follow that path.
Well, that's
Yeah.
interesting that you bring that up because, like, a lot of people, I guess not a lot of people, whatever. So I guess it plays into what you say. I don't really talk about it a lot because I don't remember a lot of things because I literally just put them out of my mind. Like
Yeah.
growing up at such a young age and dealing with a lot of, whatever traumatic things,
Right.
it could have been worse. It wasn't the best, but
Yeah.
you kind of like when my father died, boom. Everything that happened from then on, I didn't give a fuck about. It was now my future. And then, boom,
Yeah.
I got sick with some stuff, and I had my own problems and trials and tribulations. Boom, I forgot about all that shit. Boom, went on
Right.
I joined a new high school. Boom, my life started there. Went on, and boom, I fucking ended high school. Boom, moved on.
Yeah.
Like I just constantly trying to get
Compartmentalize.
new shit.
5 big booms for Pablo.
Boom.
Boom, 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 boom. That meme's dead. I'm sorry. I'm cutting it. I shouldn't have done that.
I don't even know,
You
what that
then I'm
is.
never gonna share again. So that's
No. I mean, I hear you, man. I get it. I get it. That's why you're fucking weird, is what you're saying. I'm just kidding, man. I'm sorry.
I can just
No, I
chew-
respect that you. No, I respect that you don't let you don't let it like affect you in that way. You decided to just be like a fucking man about it. No, I
not
like.
anymore.
There's something, but there's something like, like from a young age, like that's a good thing to tap into that stoicism
It is.
a little
It's a
bit. It
really
helps you.
good thing to have that gear.
It helps you like live life.
Yeah.
Other people, I know what you're talking about. Other people are like so captured by it, it's hard for them to take a fucking step.
Yeah.
They dwell so goddamn hard. I know what you mean, dude.
I just couldn't mix emotions with because I had to be logical, right? As a young man trying to drive his dying father to the military hospital and like pay attention and write notes and make sure to bring up things because this fucking guy's not talking for himself. You know what I mean? You gotta fucking
Fuck, man.
just do your best, or else this fool's gonna die faster than he's already dying. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Like you fuck up and and then you see shit. You gotta do shit. You talk shit. What the fuck's this? Like I got asked, like, are you lost? I'd be like, no, I'm here with my father. He's being seen by the doctor.
Right.
I'm good, thanks. You know what I mean? I don't need your fucking help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And then I go, boop, just forget about it.
So Bob was saying that he got molested by a nurse somewhere.
Dude, actually, so one time I got sick
Oh shit.
and I went to I was in the emergency room and my mom was there and this doctor that I only saw this for this instance walked in and he goes, I'm going to go ahead and do an examination now. I was like, okay. So I'm in a gown and so he reaches under the gown and he cups my balls.
Okay.
And he feels around on my stomach a little bit or whatever, but he cups my balls for sure, and then he like starts he stops or whatever and takes
Was it a doctor?
He was wearing a white jacket, and so
okay.
and I go not
He was
gonna
in the parking lot.
I go I'm in the bed in the ER. My mom's there. I go not gonna lie, doc, that was weird.
Yeah.
And he doesn't say a word, and he just walks out, and I don't see him
weird.
ever again. I don't do anything, and I was like. Was that even a doctor? Like, was that guy like?
No, he was
Is
just-
that a patient who found a jacket?
Right.
It was just you know what it was? I guarantee you, it was a doctor that had testicular cancer when he was a kid. And he was just like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna fucking check every single nut that I have access to on these little boys. Is like,
I'm gonna save them.
Yeah.
I
from
like
my
that outlook.
pain.
That's real genuine.
yeah,
That's
there
nice.
you go. Let's
I hope that was
let's
that.
be positive about it.
Yeah.
And then, like, not too long after that, I had a really hot girl nurse put a tube up my butt.
That's pretty.
Dude, I had
that's
a
the worst.
really hot nurse put a camera up my piss hole.
Oh, no!
Oh, I think you told me about that.
Don't like that.
Oh my god, you were basically pissing out glass though, right?
Yeah, I was pissing out scabs. It was brutal.
Did you
Yeah.
inject meth into your penis?
Yeah, it doesn't
No.
matter. Yeah, he was sick. He was
Yeah,
really
it was
sick.
super
You
sick.
fucked a
was just
dirty
really
whore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
it was
just really
from,
sick.
It was from the drug days. Yeah,
bet.
and I
I'll bet.
fucked myself up. Yeah, it was so bad, man.
Taking a meth shot to the dick's probably a fucking ride.
No, definitely did not
Definitely
inject.
nothing like that.
Did not inject
But
anything.
yeah, it was. He had.
Don't knock it till
he
you
was
try it.
Pissing out scabs, dude. That's brutal.
It
And
was
it's like
bad.
pissing out glass, man. That's got to be.
That was like the low point of my life.
I can't imagine how. Ooh.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Oh yeah. I mean,
It was so sad.
because I'm so afraid of medical things.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so terrified of that stuff that I couldn't imagine. Like if I did that, I would.
I would hate my life.
Oh, man.
I would
Honestly, so this was coming out of the worst withdrawal of my life, and the withdrawal was so bad that I've never totally recovered from that experience. Like something is gone just ever since then. But I went into shock and just lost like 2 days. And when I came to, I'm in the back of my mom's car, pissing scabs.
Oh, Jesus fucking.
And the pissing scabs, I am just like, I need it. I'm not in withdrawal anymore.
Oh my god.
Like I'm like, it's over. Like I'm like crying tears of joy as I'm like pissing out scabs and like crying like
In a-
dick pain.
God, in a bizarre way, that's beautiful. You know, like you're. Yeah. The whole thing is beautiful. Like coming out of it and staying out of it like that is. It's amazing, dude.
I looking at the clock during that withdrawal period, like it was like every minute felt like a year. Like it just, and I remember, just like writhing, like just, dude, like every bodily fluid, just everything. Like even like you're spontaneously like ejaculating if you
Good
get
God.
that deeply into opiates, like you've you have zero sexual energy for so long that it comes back with a vengeance.
You're super constipated, so that's unblocking too, right?
Yeah.
So like all of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So-
Everything.
I know it's gonna sound sarcastic, but thank you honestly for sharing that, man.
Of course.
That's awesome. Like I think a lot of people don't know this stuff.
I like learning
Yeah.
from other people's
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
It helps me not do things.
It's amazing
Yeah,
that you have
definitely
these
don't fuck with
experiences. Like
opiates.
you could be like such an advocate, honestly, because like you have real experience with it.
Right. Yeah, I think if I would have heard someone like me when I was that age where I started using,
Yeah.
it would have actually gotten through to me. Because like most of the like don't do heroin people, I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Like
Yeah.
this is some
Church hippy
story
dippy
that they
fucking-
made.
Because
Yeah.
at the end of it, you're in the best case scenario, you're pissing scabs.
And you're free. Like I literally like it was like a prayer was answered that I didn't have to experience anymore the withdrawal. And yeah, I was so sad with that. It's like this gorgeous female doctor. She's like flirting with me, and I'm flirting with her, and we just have this like great rapport. And then she's like, okay, like you have to pull down, like lay down and like pull down your pants, and like I'm gonna prep it and like put the it's like a gel that is a topical anesthetic that makes it numb. And I pull down my pants, and it's just this scab encrusted. It's a fucking nightmare. Like I hadn't even looked at it in a while, and the rapport just all died. Like she's just kind of like, oh dear God.
That's the worst fucking possible way to like
Yeah.
be rejected
She's
by a woman.
flirting with you,
in
and then
that
she
way.
pulls out your fucking dick. She's like,
This thing is ruined.
Yeah, this thing went through the
she's like,
fucking
well, I'm gonna
Normandy.
shut my fucking
Yeah.
mouth.
This dick just got out of Stalingrad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's got some battle scars.
So she ended up inserting the camera into you.
No, she did the lube. It's like this gel that's also a numbing
She didn't
agent.
comment on anything. She was just like, well, look, you've been
Be
through
incredibly unprofessional.
No.
Why not? She's already flirting.
She just I think the only other thing she said after that is just like, I hope you get better soon. and
That's
stuff.
so
Just
fucking
kind of
funny.
being turned into being sweet and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, then the doctor was weird. Dude, in the front, it's a urologist. In his front office, you walk into the waiting room and there is this case with this tool to castrate cattle. Like it's this horrible, like spiky, clampy, rippy thing.
No, dude.
Fuck.
And
No,
I'm just like,
no,
dude.
dude. I walk
Wow,
into, dude. Imagine walking into like a doctor's office and they have old barber tools.
Well, this profession has been acquired
Exactly.
to by Equine.
Fuck that, man.
Oh, it's horrifying, man.
That's wild, man. That's pretty fucked up.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty scared of anything having to do with my genitals or anything like that. My mom used to be a first responder.
Ugh.
Back when she was
That's
like
rough.
really young, and like I think they told me it wasn't even my mom because a lot of my family I think it was like my older cousins because they were first responders and firefighters too, and talked about this one guy who was like off his rocker, was on something just out of his mind, and they found him in the middle of a field, like, and then luckily it was like a low cut field, you could see him, and he had chopped his own genitals off
Oh my god.
because he said that bugs were trying to eat him.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
It was so they just found him in the middle of the field, like walking around. So they like had to get his balls and penis.
yeah, like that's actually a
Jesus.
super common thing for dudes that
Weird,
that
right?
go psychotic
Yeah.
and lose their minds. Like it could be anything, meth or whatever. Like a lot of it leads them down to this thing is evil. I need to get rid of it.
Yeah, dude, if you got on meth, you
Oh
would
yeah,
for sure be one of
that's
them.
true. That's
For
true.
sure.
I resent my penis. You're right.
So not long after that, right? So like I heard that as like when I was younger, and then like later on, I was hanging out with some friends, and on the corner of where we were, like it was a pretty big area, you guys would know, and a lot of traffic, and there's this guy who's like he's holding his pants open and he goes, oh no, and he's like freaking out, like while looking down into his pants. And like, and me, of course, I was gonna fucking stick my head in shit, not his pants, but fucking the situation. And I was like, should we go see what's up? Like, I'm with like a lot of my friends. I'm like,
Right.
and they're like, I'm not fucking going over there. You're fucking stupid. And I was like, he's asking for help. Like, he's actually like, oh, help. Oh no, what? And I'm like, he's freaking out. I was like, mate, I don't know. Like, it's just, I'm gonna go see what's up. And so this guy, I don't know, this nerdy little white guy, he's like, I'll go with you, guy. And I was like, thanks, man. So he comes up, and I'm walking up to this guy, and he starts to like kind of like run at me, not run at me, but like a little too aggressively.
Came up on you.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa. Like I was like, you need to stop right there. I was like, I have no problem fucking
Yeah.
beating you right now. I'm gonna try to help you, but I need you to stay right there. And then I'm like maybe out of high school, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but like I said, I was in ROTC and shit like that, so I was a little fucking official, right? And so I was like, I was like, what's going on? And he goes, he's trying to eat me. And I was like, okay, what's trying to eat you? And he's like, he goes towards me again and like show me in his pants. And I'm like, no, stay there. I'm gonna fucking do worse than whatever's in your pants if you come at me. Okay, just stop. And it's like, we're gonna get you some fucking help. And this guy's kind of like half behind me or whatever, and like to my side. And I was like, bro, we gotta call somebody, call 911. Like, he's having like a psychotic break, I think. And this was around the time when it was like bath salts era. And so I was like, I think this, and like, sure enough, the cops got there and they were able to get him in the back of the car. And we were talking to the cops, and he's like, yeah, we're pretty sure it's bath salts. And we're like, I was like, well,
And now they wouldn't even do anything.
yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Now that's just
They're like,
normal.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, exactly.
There's a guy ranting at himself. On
Yeah,
the
they're like,
street.
shut
Yeah,
up.
shut
Yeah,
up. See?
and you know, I was more concerned with like really this guy, like if there is something in his pants that he's like, there's a snake and he can't move. I'm like, all right, let's fucking figure this out. But after a while, I was like, no, I think he's a little bit off his rocker or
Dude,
something.
me, I just know. Thank God. Like I don't know. Maybe it's cruel, and I have like the instinct of being from like the city where it's like, look, if somebody's having that level of problem, I literally can't help them. I'm gonna avoid the conflict. I don't need it.
Yeah, when I was
Nowadays, when
younger,
I'm older, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really involve myself.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
Yeah, trying to be a good person.
yeah,
I get
I'm
it.
over here trying to
Yeah.
be Mr. Fucking Save Everybody.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Captain
now
Save a
I'm,
Ho.
yeah, you can't, very much so. And like, I'm like, not my problem. I just keep
Yeah.
driving.
Did you see that? Did you see that beheading in Houston recently?
no.
Yeah, that guy was kicking
Dude,
around the head.
Dude,
and,
it
oh,
was really
man.
disgusting. Like they
I
released.
wonder if he was inspired from the guy down the street from us here.
Yeah, maybe.
Right.
There was well, I think it happens fairly regularly actually. But anyway, there's full video of this guy hacking him with a machete over and over and over, and it's really good. There's like someone screaming at him, telling him to stop, and eventually he cuts his head off, and he's like holding it by the head. And there's like video of him holding it by the head and
Jesus.
blood pouring out
That's
and it's
awful.
staining the ground, and he just starts kicking it around. Yeah.
I'm so sorry to even laugh, but it's like there's something funny. They're hacking the neck, and it's like stop. It's like it's already too late. Like
already dead.
let him finish.
You're just brutalizing a corpse.
Yeah,
Jeez, David, that's horrible to laugh at.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
so
Are,
sorry.
are you?
No.
I think you just showed us your true colors
I
there.
don't know. I think he, you know,
I definitely have like.
I think that guy was an underachiever. I mean, really,
Yeah.
if you really wanted to get into it.
Could you imagine going out to your car and just seeing fucking like brains and viscera on your fucking rims?
Oh man,
That's pretty bad.
How would you even like? I wouldn't be able to clean that. What would you do?
it's
Like,
the Disney like goofy cap. Like
Yeah.
you're like, oh fuck.
doesn't the government take care of that? Like, if it's like part of a crime scene, shouldn't they fucking clean that up?
Ow.
Like, do you have to clean up brain? Like, if someone
It's like a
gets
biohazard removal team.
yeah, it's like
I work for a
part of
company
it's somebody's body.
that yeah, they there's a company
Yeah,
that I
that's
work for
like
that they pick up
evidence.
bodies and brains and anything having to do with accidents. And
Yeah,
yeah, they there's people for that. I have a shout out my
yeah.
I wanna show 'em out.
So the question stands: can I just join ISIS?
I I think you could, and then the consequences.
No, but I mean,
I think the question is, would ISIS want you?
Yeah, I think that's the thing is like a lot of Westerners that join, they just end up getting killed.
yeah, of
Or they
course,
just use you for your little butthole.
of course. Or I'm just saying, like, there's a I don't know. I see. I guess what I'm saying is there's a lot of people I see that are almost openly terrorist sympathizers, and it's just fine.
Are you referring to a coworker of yours?
No. I
You
just
mean,
mean like online and
Yeah.
just in general, like not in person, because honestly, like most people I talk to in person are just seems fairly normal,
Yeah.
unless they're hiding like crazy intentions, and I just take people at face
Unless
value.
it's one of the young ladies that we work with.
Yeah, that right. Oh fuck, what was I saying?
Somewhat of a Hamas supporter, I heard.
No, the ISIS thing and
But yeah,
Yeah, but
ISIS.
people are like just outwardly
yeah, I've seen some of that
terrorist
too.
sympathizers and like supporters even.
Yeah.
So
weird.
I guess what I'm saying is like, how far can you take that before somebody takes action, like legally? I
Are
guess
these
you know?
Americans you're referring to?
Yes,
Like the
Yeah.
pro Hamas people,
people that are very well
the
even
pro Hezbollah,
yeah
pro
even
Houthi.
even past like
I
Houthi
think you're
stuff
just
like
misinformed, maybe. Like
Yeah, but you can be-
ignorance is bliss
that's-
type deal. They just
sure.
want to get behind the next fucking thing. Like
Yeah.
it's the next George
sure,
Floyd.
but like how it's legal, right?
It's bad, but they don't really know why or what. Sorry.
It's legal to voice support. It's probably really gross, and it's gonna get you put on a list.
Yeah.
But like, how far can you take that? Can you just like in name be like, I'm a Houthi, or like, can you get in contact with these people and try to teach them English? Like, is that a crime? Like, where does it? Because I've seen even people like do interviews with like Houthi fucking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they have like an active slave trade.
It's insane. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Well, it's like maybe when you are able to interview a world leader that maybe is not the best representation of a good world leader, but it's kind of like you have to do these things to get kind of the insight behind a person like
guess.
that.
Some
You
of
know what
I know some of what you're talking about though, and it's them like celebrating them and
I
Yeah.
get what you're saying.
Praise is a little much. I wouldn't say
even-
praise. That's fucking crazy. Like
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like a purely journalistic, like, let's interview these terrorists
You
so
know what I'm
that
saying?
the rest of the world understands their intentions from themselves,
And I'm not
unfiltered.
saying that's what you're saying, but if
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what they're
Nothing's
doing,
wrong
then
with that.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But like as well, like if that's not what you're saying, and they're like over here, like I think more should fucking do something, or you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I think people should stand up like that everywhere, and you're like, whoa,
That's what I was talking about, apologists.
yeah.
I feel like in early 2000s after 9/11, it'd be such a small number of people doing that I think there'd be more of a response. But now like the Bin Laden letter like got popularized again with like young
saw
Gen
that,
Z
yeah,
and they're
I
just
So
like
dumb, dude.
I saw that. Yeah.
and they're just like, whoa, like this is everything that we all like in my group believe or whatever. And so it just seems more ubiquitous
It's weird
now.
how things come up like that, right? Like I
Yeah.
even hear now there's like AI people are making AI videos, right? And like AI just uses the top prompts for people sometimes, and like so there's like these weird videos of like George Floyd, like his head is like used as like a puppet on like a weird kind of half-assed fucking little skit weird cartoon thing, and it's
Yeah,
like
I've seen
just
those.
because it's like mostly searched, it's like George Floyd and like
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, and you know what I mean? It's like they're just doing some
I've,
crazy.
I've seen really fucked up ones where it's like George Floyd and his killer, and they're like AI over top of like a porno, and it's like they're doing a pumpkin carving
Oh
contest. and,
my god.
and Derek Chauvin, is that his name? Derek Chauvin had
Derek, yeah.
Derek Chauvin had his like dick through the pumpkin, and George Floyd's like, "Oh my god, you shouldn't have done this," and she's like reaching in and stroking
Oh
off there.
my
It's like
god.
some of the most And that's what I mean. Like when
People
I
have no lives.
I was talking about earlier
Jesus.
is like because I've laughed at some.
Yeah,
You know, I
nothing
always
better
laugh
to
at
do.
tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if you're gonna do a joke, it's gotta be like funny or it's really just distasteful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a fucked up line you have to ride.
There
you know?
is, and it's also it's weird where if something like hits personally, everything is offensive
And
in some way.
I'm not saying that isn't distasteful because it is distasteful, but it's also funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like, put. I mean, if you're gonna make an AI, and maybe I shouldn't even go here. You know,
No, yeah, let's make an AI what?
if you're gonna make an AI porno with George Floyd and Derek Chauvin, make him the cop or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just-
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
No.
good. Yeah, I like that.
Why not just go? Why don't you just flip it? People be like, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
hot."
Yeah,
Now
so
he's
then it's
fucking Darren
George
Chau-
it's George Floyd like raping
and he's
Derek
fucking-
Chauvin.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
know,
oh, that's
I
why
don't
he did
know.
And then that
Because
Nick
then-
Mullen.
And then you won't get not people are gonna
Yeah.
be talking too much shit, and the people might be like, "That's kind of cool."
Derek Chauvin is cock in my ass. It's like, yeah, well, that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I just.
No, I like that. Let's
No,
have
that-
George. Yeah,
yeah.
I want to see. Yeah, if we're gonna do that, let's do AI videos of George Floyd raping Derek Chauvin.
Oh God.
You know, or you just.
We're gonna have to cut this out as well.
Yeah, this
really.
is-
I told
you
you, I shouldn't
really-
have done it. Maybe this will be a clip.
No, it's honestly the thing you brought up is the closest thing to redeeming it.
Yeah,
And making
yeah.
it okay
Yeah, I
politically.
shouldn't have done that.
But it's just, just the meme itself
This
is
one-
so
I'm
awful.
gonna have to edit this one like crazy. I'm sorry.
I think you should
No,
clip
it's
it.
not just.
No, dude.
But yeah, I just think people nowadays they have too much time on their hands, and they
Yeah.
got a little bit too much of a fucked up imagination, and you
Right.
know they like controversy. People love to be angry. People love to just
They
you know,
definitely do.
I don't
They
get
like
that.
to react to things. They like to give opinions, even if nobody's listening. People go on Facebook or Twitter, any social media, and they go and they type their fucking thoughts, and it's like their online diary now. And it's like nobody gives a fuck, bro. Nobody cares
Yeah.
that you're struggling.
How do
Nobody
we?
cares, you
How
know.
do we make people silly? How do we get people to just be more silly? Stop
of
taking
humor.
things so fuck.
Lobotomies.
Like you
Just
can take
mass lobotomies.
That's
Yeah,
lobotomy.
yeah, we should. No, but I mean, you know what I mean. Like,
No, yeah.
stop fucking being so. Not everything needs to like. You need to make a fucking stand on, dude. Who cares?
I feel like there's a weird thing where people feel they're very alienated and very sad, so they want to matter. They're like, this has to be for something. And then they also feel incredibly impotent and powerless.
Yeah,
So that just leads to this thing of like screaming into the void, or even worse, actually like compromising your own morals to join a group, and then it self-radicalizes and gets like more and more myopic and bad. And then like what we're doing, people could say like that's what you guys are doing. Like very few people are listening to this, and we're, you know, yeah, like why do we think like our thoughts matter? My thought is like, this is a conversation. You're in a room, like seeing the faces of other people. It's exactly like,
Yeah.
it's what people need.
I feel like a lot of the things that the three of us talk about, I don't hear many other people talk about.
Yeah.
You know, we go to places that, you know, I listen to a lot of different things. And I really don't hear people talk about a lot of the things we do.
Yeah, I agree. Something about like
There's glimpses of it, right? They don't, you know, they touch on it, or like, you know, they oh yeah, I heard about that, but like to go to a little in deeper than like how we do. Yeah,
I think we have unique perspective on things.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not like brilliant or something. It's unique.
Yeah,
is a
no,
good way
we're
to think.
all
Really one off. Like
pretty
they really
dumb.
broke the mold when they made me. I think
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
such a unique.
Yeah, well, you think you're way more special than you are in that way, but you are. I don't know. Whatever, Pablo. You are you, and I love you for you.
I think like all three of us are fucked up. Like we're
Just
weird.
extremely humble. I think.
We are weird.
Yeah, just something's wrong with us, and we found a way to turn that into a advantage, I guess.
Yeah, even that's why we're all losers.
Yeah, I feel like I have superpowers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why we're all a bunch of losers and we make no money.
Well, you know, I don't.
I've always wanted to, and I know both of you have too. Like it's a pipe dream, a beautiful dream to be able to entertain people.
Yeah, always.
Because I feel like
Always wanted that.
we all feel like we have that capability. We've all seen it in our personal lives.
Yeah.
We're all able to tap into something.
Yeah,
Well, see, that's the thing is, I feel like I've been doing that my whole life. But to do it professionally,
yeah.
it's like something different. Like
It's also it's weird to do it professionally because it kind of can ruin the pure
Yeah.
joy of it.
This isn't
too.
professional.
I
this
remember
is
when I sat
the
down
sloppy.
and like tried to make something funny, like write
Yeah.
a joke, and I was like, I'm not funny. This is crazy. I thought, like, how? Why have so many people said, yeah, you could totally be a stand-up comedian because I'm conversationally funny, or I'm in the moment funny, or I'm like topically funny. Like, I can bring shit up in the moment, but like sitting there and like trying to actually write a fucking joke, I felt so stupid. I was like, this is why would this be funny?
It's a
You know?
crazy
Trying
task.
to be funny.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I thought I was just am funny. Like this is weird.
Right. But
Ugh.
if you like comedians always say like the only prerequisite is are you funny? Do people think you're funny? Do you make people laugh?
Bro, and I just remember since I was a kid, just every time like there was like, and I wish I could. Hopefully, I can maybe find somebody to validate this, but like it was two things, right? Like in elementary school, the teachers fucking voted or whatever, and it was like either comedian or mayor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't know what either of those fucking words meant, but I knew they called me the mayor of the school's name, you know what I mean,
Nice.
jokingly. And as fifth grade, just walking around all the fucking rooms, high fiving
Right.
people in the hallway, you know, doing shit like that.
This dude peaked in 5th grade.
I was, yeah, you know what I mean. Me and my kindergarten teacher, we were going steady for a while.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
What is
listen, I gotta
yeah.
move on.
But yeah, what was the
Middle school's calling me.
your kindergarten teacher?
Kinder first. I think she's kinder.
Yeah. You didn't start dating her till
Fifth, you know.
5th grade.
Yeah, it was like a year long thing.
You said she kept it tight though.
Kept it tight, yeah, yeah. I didn't have a crush on her because you know I was into girls my age, you know, 1 through 4, right? But then 5, you're like a man now. So like, I was like, "What's up, girl?"
Yeah, and then you're like, man, you're still
I was like,
pretty
you
hot.
kept it tight, girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you have a kid 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Damn. I'm sorry, Mrs. I don't even want to. I won't say her name.
No, say it. Put her. You should dox her. You should say her name in the middle school.
She probably let herself go.
Yeah, she definitely didn't keep it tight over the
Yeah,
last
she definitely
whatever
didn't keep it
22, 30 years.
And if she did, holla, holla, girl,
Like
holla
25
back.
years later.
Holla back, dog.
Dude, yeah, I have it. Now that you like mentioned that, like if you think back on a teacher that you had a crush on,
Oh,
I can remember
I had a-
mine. I had a 7th grade teacher that I had an insane crush on. She had like beautiful red hair.
Yeah.
like, natural hair.
man,
She was
I've
like a-
got a redhead that I
She was a beautiful woman.
think about all the time.
She was like a 7th grade like English teacher or something, and I was I was blown away by her.
That's so strange because mine, I believe, was also 7th grade English.
She was and she was like a really
Miss
nice,
Turner.
like a nice woman as
You gotta
well.
bleep that, dude.
Sweetie.
No, she's dead.
Oh,
I don't know if she is.
I have.
You know what's fucked up is the memory that like this is fucked up. The memory that turns me on about her. She had laryngitis, and she was like trying to talk and could barely
Oh my
talk.
God.
And I just was like staring at her, kind of like
What did it
getting
sound
like
like?
semi. Dude, I can't.
Was
even.
it like?
Oh my God. You guys are wild. There's a teacher when I was in high school.
You're a
and
sick fuck.
She actually fucking liked me. Right?
Ew, what?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Nick's blown away by this, but it was really fucking funny because she was older.
That a
She
lady
said-
was like wanted to molest
She
you.
was an older lady, yeah, and like
I'm not blown away. I'm just sad.
she would say shit like, oh, if I was younger, or you know what I mean.
That's
She would, she
crazy,
had fake
dude.
tits, and like she would always like rub my back and stuff like that. Like it was so funny, and I was
How
just,
old was she?
So she had to be maybe 50s or 60s.
Were they 50s or 60s? Were they like giant bolt-on tits?
She kept it tight.
Were they like? But were they
My
like?
kindergarten teacher didn't take notes, but
Did they look like hard tits?
I mean, they didn't jump around. She wasn't that spry, but she was definitely
And you
I
you
love
think
her.
you think that's like a fucking mark of coolness on you that
I
this
didn't
like
say that. I said
old
we were
lady?
talking
You're
about
like Nick.
teachers.
Nick wouldn't
Yeah.
believe this
We were
one.
talking about no. It's
You're
like
gonna find
any.
it hard to believe that a woman found me attractive. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
you
what you
were like
always
getting
bring up.
preyed on,
Yeah.
dude. You were getting fucked. That's not a woman finding you attractive. That's like a sick freak like playing out a fantasy in her head. That's got nothing. Yeah, what the fuck are you
I
talking
was
about?
fine. I was fine with it.
I love you, man.
Yeah, I was okay with it, and like everything else was like.
How old were you?
I don't know, in between like 11th grade.
That's
you know what I mean?
that's
So,
crazy, dude.
yeah, yeah. But I was
So
like,
you must have been like 15,
but here's the thing: is no,
14?
no, because I dropped out. I've
Oh,
dropped
okay.
out several times at this point.
Oh,
This is like
okay.
my new high school,
you had, like,
starting
a
my
beard?
life back. Oh wait, I had my own car, I had a beard.
In like 11th grade,
I've
you
been
had a
drinking.
wait. 10th grade, you had a beard or like a beard.
Oh no, I was in middle school. I'm pretty sure I started growing my beard. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And so like when I joined high school, like this was like a really small high school, and like I was like instantly in with the popular kids. I was the only one out of all of us to have my own vehicle, so we would all just pile up in my little truck, and I was making money because my dad just passed away, so I got survivor's benefits. So I was loaded. I was getting like $800 a month, and I would just blow it on whatever the fuck I
Jesus,
wanted.
man.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it
So
was.
that's
fun.
why you were popular, is because you had a truck and you had money.
And you're done.
I was popular after that too, but like, yeah, that definitely helped. It definitely helped, and before that point. But like, here's the thing: is like, I was always just fucking.
I was just trying to discredit you. You got a great personality.
No, I was always
course you
just
can. It's
part
your
of
merit.
things that I was lucky to like be associated with people, like, and just have friends. And I was just kind of friendly, and like I was, even if I was like alienated at times, like I was just always able to just like, hey, how's it going? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
how you guys doing? So like, if I didn't have friends at one point, it changed, and then that would change, and then it would change. I would go.
Did you ever have
Right.
a point where you resented people?
No, I've never resented anyone.
No, I just mean like in general, like you
I
had
had
like a
that bad.
general
for sure.
hate inside of you. No.
I don't
I
know if
have-
I'd say hate, but resent.
Yeah, that's
It was
what.
just
That's
like everyone. Like I
like
look at all these people, just kind of. They seem to be able to do this.
right. That's my resentment too. Not
Yeah.
hatred, but like a deep like. It's like a very like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm very wrong if everyone else around me is like seemingly able to just be normal.
Yeah. It's like you're playing an RPG and you like rolled a shit character. You're like, oh fuck, can I re-roll this shit?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's great on the other side because I feel like
Yeah.
I
really
make
is.
connections in a different way,
Yeah.
and it's great. I'm fine
Same
with it.
here. It really ended up working out. But yeah, I had that for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's a weird thing. It would be someone like you that like the way you're talking about yourself, how comfortable you were, that I would resent you. And then there were a series of lessons where I learned these people have been through hell too.
Yeah.
And that, like
That exactly happened too. So in elementary school growing up, I learned how young men and young women interact. It was weird. You're like, and I talk about it now, I sound like, oh, you're so fucking, like, you think you were so smart back then. But like, I really saw the dynamic between people because like there were these two girls and they were the hottest girls in school, right? And I was one of the biggest guys in school. And like, I was like a bodyguard for them, right? And I understand the like process of being used, but I also get something out of it type deal.
Yeah.
And like beating people up or like, or like threatening to people, beating people up, like actually doing it or getting it done, it was like fun. It was like,
So you were a bully enforcer for these girls?
I don't think I was a bully enforcer. I was more of like a
bouncer.
referee. I was like, hey, let's not. I wanted to keep the peace, but if you didn't want to keep the peace, I had no problem fucking forcibly keeping the peace. I guess like,
Wow.
but after that, it was like, violence is not the way. I was just like, I had too, like, I don't know why. I just, maybe I had always this weird anger towards my father, right? Like, and it outletted, other avenues, right? Because, but like, this is I'm a young man, and my dad just gets plastered all the time, and my mom doesn't give a fuck. So he's like in the front yard, in his truck, all passed out on the steps. And like, I'm a kid, like, I can lift up this 6 foot, 250 pound guy and like take him inside. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not like dead weight, but like he's
No,
gonna pass out and
drag him.
I can do my, I can, so I'm pretty big, you know what I mean? But like, I found that like my strength was really concerning to me at times. And I'm not the strongest, but there's definitely people that are stronger than me conventionally. But like, I just,
What? Where are we now? You just lost me like a minute and a half ago, dude.
He's a little kid dragging his dad. He had a beard too already then. He had a beard when he's like 5.
yeah,
I'm
so.
sorry. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm like literally lost.
So this what all leads up to my origin story
Okay.
of where when I was brought home from the hospital,
Yeah.
it was a stormy night
Yeah.
and my mom was
got
coming
me.
home and it was raining and lightning and my mom and dad were bringing me home from the hospital and they had dogs and they all had puppies. There was like 3 chows, adult chows, and one of them had puppies and the other lady dog got mad and killed all the puppies.
Oh my god.
So I was able to harness all the puppies' energy
Holy
as a
shit.
young
This
baby.
is your like either superhero or super villain
as a
origin
young baby,
Yeah, you
and I was
told
able
me
to
about this.
absorb it up into my little soul, and I've always had that dog in me.
I remember you telling me about that's a real story about the puppies.
That's crazy. I knew this weird kid who, on the playground, he was holding a bird, like a sick pigeon, and he was like, I can take in their energy.
Oh my god.
And he did this weird thing, and then the bird died.
What did he do?
He just like put his left hand to it, and just like his eyes like rolled back into his head, and it was
Probably-
fucking.
He probably crushed it.
Yeah, maybe. I
I
don't know.
used to. I think I brought this up. I used to
Weirded
be pretty
me out.
confident in changing traffic signals. Like,
Yeah,
when I
you
was
talked
younger.
about that.
It's pretty spot on. I would
I
like,
think
really
people are-
fucking focus and like.
Are prone to that stuff. I remember thinking like or seeing a dolphin at the beach and then just remembering being like, "Oh, I'm seeing dolphins everywhere now," you know?
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
like it's in your mind, you know. You're like I don't necessarily think it's real. Not your thing, but like my thing about the dolphins. Maybe you can train traffic lights with your brain.
Well, then there's the part that I'm looking into now, whereas smoking a lot of weed kind of keeps you out of REM sleep, which has a
Yeah.
lot to do with like a higher consciousness type deal.
Makes you
And, like,
retarded.
You're just silencing the souls of those puppies with weed. Like,
Yeah,
I
true.
think that all the whimpers have just been turned off, and I
Yeah.
haven't been utilizing the full extent of
Yeah.
the power of.
silence of the chows.
That's good, man. Silence of the
That's
child.
great. That's great.
Yeah. Pablo is dog. At the end of the day, he's a dirty dog.
Yeah.
He has made some disgusting comments about my body. I mean, like I know I'm smiling right now, but it is really gross.
Hey, you gonna make me fucking act up?
You should be ashamed of yourself, mister.
I'm just, I'm just a very sexual person, just very
Outwardly.
openly.
Like outwardly sexual.
yeah, I'm
in a
like-
way that's like not creepy, but it is that direction.
I'm like a cross between Austin Powers and Charlie Sheen, but black.
You're for sure a rapist. That's great.
Fucking Charlie Sheen, man. That guy's.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, he's doing like a PR tour. He just went on Joe Rogan. Did you hear me?
I heard.
That's
That was good.
that's
I
when
heard
they
that.
that's when they found out that fucking Charlie Kirk got shot. Is when
Yep.
Charlie
Yeah,
Sheen,
yeah.
Charlie Sheen on the show. I saw
Oh
the
my
clip and I was
God.
like, no fucking way. I
One
had
of
to
the
listen to
podcasts,
it.
yeah, they
And then
said-
Charlie Sheen's like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yes,
He's like just a guy speaking. It's like, dude, it's like, dude, you're so far removed from the conversation. Like, you're such a weirdo, and like, you fucking gave people AIDS, and like, we're supposed to just, I don't know, like, forget all that shit. Like,
Right.
you're up there with like, what's that guy like the pianist that you want me to watch? his
Oh
shit?
yeah, yeah, dude. I always forget his fucking.
You're
name.
like up there with like being like like a menace to society, like not in a funny way, not in a silly way, like like you're doing harm to a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. It's brutal.
It's a little
The
bit.
more
of
you learn about him, more you're like, this is so funny. It's like this might be the funniest person ever.
because of
and
how
then-
just fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The chai porn allegations and
Yeah.
stuff, allegedly, it gets to a place where you're like, oh, this is like the most evil person.
Yeah, he's like
ever.
he's a fuck.
Yeah,
He's like a real bastard.
for sure.
Hey, but 2.5 Men though. Phew,
Yeah, like
good
one of like
show.
the most mid shows
watched it.
ever.
You're a
I
hater,
watched
man.
it. No, I watched it growing up. My parents. I remember this is funny. I remember, like I was in elementary school and my the guidance counselor like was like, what do you guys watch as like a family together? I was like, I don't know. Sometimes my parents put on 2.5 Men, and she was like, what?
What?
I was in like 4th grade. She was like, what are you talking about?
Hell yeah, that's funny. Someone said
Yeah, so I guess I was always exposed to stuff I probably shouldn't
Yeah.
have been. Like I was watching South Park and Robot Chicken and stuff all at a really young age.
We're like the opposite because I didn't get any exposure to the culture stuff.
Uh-huh.
It was my parents' trusted, psychotic, weird Christian friends. Like you talk about the horrors of dealing with your dad as a kid. That's your dad. You have to live with that every day. Like that's brutal. But for me, it would be a really like my parents were very loving and supportive. But then, I have this memory of this lady from our church named Marty, and she had like salt and pepper hair, and she just was always really kind, and my mom really liked her. And one day, a whole bunch of stuff was going on, and my mom needed to like drop me off somewhere, and all the babysitters fell through. And she called Marty, can I drop David off for like 3 hours? And she's like, yeah, of course, of course. She drops me off at this house. This is insane. But I walk in, I say goodbye to my mom. Marty is super sweet and normal. Mom leaves. As soon as the car drives away, she just starts screaming. And she's like, she closes the door and locks it. And I'm like locked in this weird little foyer. And she turned the lights off before she left, and she's like, "Nobody loves you!" Like
What the
screaming,
fuck?
like she's just
what the fuck?
the whole time
What
she's
in
just
the
screaming. And I just remember I found like those Fisher Price.
How old were you?
flashlights. I was like 4 or 5.
And then you just got left with this person?
Yeah, and just I'm in a dark room with this Fisher Price light, and like I had some weird thing like the red light is bad, like the red light makes her mad.
Oh
and,
my
like, the
God.
blue like
Dude, the amount
so
of
fucked up.
amount of fear that I couldn't imagine that.
Dude, your childhood is way worse than mine. I had to like pick like
your childhood is way worse than
my
both
dad
of
just
us.
liked to party like a little
Yeah.
too hard. Like
But
he was still
Yeah.
funny. Everybody loved him. He
Yeah.
wasn't like a violent guy.
That's why.
That's
That's
good,
why
man.
David like he like externalizes a lot of trauma onto people.
yeah,
He'll think people are like going through it maybe worse than what it was because like he
yeah,
actually
you're probably right, man.
he actually like well I didn't
went
have
through
it that bad.
Yeah,
So
but
he's
it's
like
so
he
bad.
it's like dude the amount of fear like I have family, some of them are 3, one of them's 3.
What the fuck? That's a stupid way to fucking say that.
Okay. Let me say that again. God, I'm an idiot. Gotta cut that out. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, that's so funny. I have a niece that's I have a niece that's
I love how this is like you like you're
okay.
trying to make me like
Okay.
you're like I gotta
Okay.
like say David just said some real fucked up things.
Let me try it again. I have a niece that's 3, and
Yeah.
she's felt like 1/100th of that fear, and she, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she won't experience that kind of fear until
Yeah.
she's. Hopefully, she won't until she's older. I mean, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ, dude! I can't imagine what that does to like a 4. Were you? Did it fuck you up then?
Yeah, and
How long were you left with her?
like 3 hours, 3 hours,
And the whole time
3 hours
she's
too
yelling
long.
at
Yeah,
you?
not the whole time. She'd like come back and I'd try to get out of the doors and stuff, and she'd come back and scream at me.
What the hell?
But
We're
and
in
then
that
when my
little
mom
foyer
got
with 'em,
there,
right?
she's just like, if you say a word, if she threatened me like to not tell my mom.
Oh
I
my
didn't tell my mom
God.
until I was an adult, and she was like, "Oh my God, like that's so weird," because she just disappeared out of our lives like at that
Oh
time.
my God, dude! Thank Christ, because that is so scary. Like, what
It was
was that
horrifying, man.
woman? What was wrong with her?
Yeah, like
What she
what
could
did
have been
she?
capable of to be fucking treating a
Yeah,
little
man.
boy like
Right?
that. Like,
Nobody loves you. Nobody loves you.
She just sounded so pained, like just so miserable and alone, and
She
just
must have been. She must have been hurting so bad.
yeah.
yeah, man.
You know,
But
yeah.
Fucked
that
up.
kind of fear
Yeah.
to put that into a 4-year-old is so cruel
But there-
and evil.
Yeah.
There are
Man.
people like that, bro, and I learned that growing up. All the places that they don't. There's some people who don't give a fuck how old you are. They
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. And I
Yeah.
grew up and I went to the Boys and Girls Club. There was staff members and older kids that would go there. They didn't give a fuck how old I was. They knew that I was big and I had a fucking beard and I would talk shit because I was always back my shit. I'm
Right.
at a young age, I knew the consequences are what I make them, and I will live.
Yeah.
I will just whatever happens. I gotta deal with them, and luckily, I've always been able to deal with them. Luckily, I haven't wrote a check my ass couldn't catch cash, but
Yeah.
it's crazy when you interact with people like that. It's like as a
Yeah.
young man, you learn like why are you doing this right now? Like
Yeah.
what in your adult head, me and my
Yeah.
whatever as adults, for a younger person, you're just fucking being such a fucking piece of shit. Like,
For
what are you
sure,
going
man.
through right now? Jesus.
sure.
Yeah, it's awful. It's that whole thing of that cycle that never ends. And I think about that with my niece. When she goes to school and stuff, she's got a happy life. She's a happy kid. All she knows is like, obviously
Yeah.
she's seen people argue but she's always seen people at least on some level work it out and be able to work together,
Yeah.
figure things out, and that's really important. She's gonna
So
go.
important.
She's gonna go to school with these kids that have seen nothing but like cruelty
Yeah.
their entire lives, and it's that cycle. It's just gonna pass itself on. Like you have no control over.
It
You know
kills
that-
me, man. That kills me.
Yeah.
Children of the future.
Thank you for that insight. It's true, man. And you're right. In like best
Yeah.
case scenario, we fucking raise them in a place where they can end up becoming like that fucking doctor or engineer,
Yeah.
H-1B visa holder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully no teachers try to fuck them.
Yeah.
I
What a
know, man.
what a hopeful
Scares me.
and scary message. Let's end on.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, may the kids get smarter. May the parents get smarter. May everybody be knowledgeable.
May the
and
force be with
question
you.
things. Yeah, use the farce.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
You use the farce all the time. for
Force
sure.
it. Force the farce if you have to.
Yeah, force the farce. For
Maybe it's how like this is probably idiotic, but like serial killers it's just way less common now because of like forensics
sure.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe the abuse of children because of the nature of like our data through our phones and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just more people will be like, okay, it's a horrible negative incentive. Like I'm evil. I like, some person that's evil and like wants to hurt innocent people.
Yeah, if we lose our like rights online, quote unquote, yeah,
That's the
maybe
silver
that's
lining.
the outcome.
Since we're kind of on the topic, I think I've asked several parents this question. So, reincarnation. Do you think
my
these
God.
asshole people that did things terrible in their past life are then reincarnated into kids who then have like cancer or like
His whole thought of this came from my friends who have that baby that's
Oh,
really hurt, and he's like, maybe that baby
Maybe
was a
it's that
serial
baby's
rapist
fault.
in its last life. Maybe you should tell them that like 11 months ago that baby was like getting zapped in Vietnam after serial raping 30 women.
right.
Like, okay,
I didn't say it exactly
I don't,
like that.
I don't know.
but
Maybe I shouldn't tell them that.
That was a
Pablo.
little embellished, I think. That was
Yeah,
a
but
little-
that's
they-
like the gist
a
of
little
what you're saying.
artistic
Yeah, well, I
creation.
like to
I
flavor
think my
things a
question
little
was
bit.
really specific.
It was
and you
that
kinda
direction
put
though.
some-
What
It
was
was
it
like
called? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, man. We're trying to wrap up. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
Final point.
Please,
Final
you
point.
have,
Dave.
you have a quote unquote child.
David has the floor.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to like the Middle Ages that in, an earlier form of Christianity, they just, I forget the term for it, but they just thought that people who were doing well, it's because they were good people and they deserved it. You kind of got whatever you deserved. In India, the idea of karma, that they've kind of, it's a great way to pave over the tragedy of the world and say, we don't need to do anything about it. It's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
But, to me, it's, that's a horrifying thought. Like, I've thought that with how bad my childhood was and the thought of like reincarnation, it's like, dear God, what did I do to deserve all this,
Maybe you were a terrible person in your past life.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's weird. I thought you were going to ask about kids and their past life, kind of the way kids talk about past lives.
Oh,
Like,
I have had I've heard of several children, especially like the big cases where like they talk about, what was that one little girl? She's claimed to be like Cleopatra or like some Egyptian.
Okay.
Clean-
Let's wrap it up.
yeah.
Well, she knew a lot about Egypt that a young woman wouldn't know at all. Like
You would describe a child as a young woman. Let's wrap it up.
whatever.
I'm sorry, Papa. What were you saying, man, about this lady?
No, it's actually almost my bedtime.
It's Pablo's bedtime. Let's go.
Oh.
Let's wrap it up.
Oh man, Pablo, you're gonna get
I'm a fucking
tortured
piece
in the
of
next
shit.
life.
I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, I can't stop. I can't stop the bit.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said the bit because I was getting a little worried
the bit,
there.
Yeah, the bit.
I don't
It's
get
for
it.
the bit. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing. There's
I don't
nothing to
get
get. I'm a fucking
I literally must have missed something, honestly, there.
slid it in.
Yeah, I
baby.
literally must have missed something. No, not that I didn't hear him, but I didn't. Or I did. I don't know if I heard you.
It's okay.
is
You
what I'm
edit
saying.
anyways. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, let's say goodbye.
Yeah.
We need to say goodbye. We need to say goodbye now.
All right.
That was so perfect last episode because the episode started with you also like, okay, we need to introduce ourselves. Like it was like, you're just like,
You're autistic about it. Beginning and ending. Beginning and
No,
ending.
we're wrapping up now. I said we're wrapping up. No more words except for goodbye.
Okay.
And I love you.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Well, I love you.
I
1, 2,
love you
3.
too. Okay,
I love
bye.
you. Goodbye.
We're gay.
We often like to think that the way to become a good person is to look within, find one's true self, the sort of natural self that we have. And once you've found that self, that natural thing that you are, the goal is to be sincere and authentic to that true self. So if we stick to what we naturally are meant to be, the gifts that we're naturally endowed with, that's how we can be a sincere, authentic person.